this is my life now. Like, why would I go back to any other way? Hello, beautiful people. It is currently day 11 of the 30 Days of Joy or Joyful Living Challenge. And I am sitting in Cologne airport waiting for my Flixbus back to the UK. Oh. So I want to first start with the reason why I haven't posted anything for days 8 through 10. And that is simply because so much was happening and yet so little was. And I was so present and so blissful and so grateful that I didn't want to whip out my camera. I wanted to be and experience the moment, and which is completely fine. And I will go through the manifestations, one of them being I found a guitar, or my guitar found me. And it's just one of the most beautiful synchronistic stories. And I'm so blessed, and I feel so, yeah, this challenge is rocking my world. It's really rocking my world. I no longer struggle to be in joy. I don't have to pull myself up anymore. I simply am. I'm either in a state of bliss, joy, or peace. And I haven't had to pull myself up. I've had to raise my energy levels when I was having so much fun that I actually became overwhelmed and just needed a few 15-minute break of closing my eyes and imagining light love, which was yesterday on day 10. But other than that, I have not had a mood or an energy or an emotion that wants to pass through me that has been like a denser frequency. I have not struggled physically with my body, not being able to maintain a high frequency. I have felt like I felt soft and feel, in fact, soft, joyful, high vibrational, grateful, and I feel super, super tapped in. Like I'm so aware of everything around me happening in such divine order, of every human being that crosses my path being an angel in the form of a human. Even the ones that are like, for example, I got to Cologne airport and I really couldn't figure out where the buses were or anything. And so I stopped someone who thankfully could speak English and pointed me to the lift. And I got into the lift, and I would not have known which stop to get off at. But the man in the lift asked me if I was in English, and he was German, you know, where I was going. Did I need the bus? Did I need the train? So I told him bus, and he helped me to get off at the second floor. And then he walked off ahead of me, and I was like walking behind, and I was like, okay, I trust. And he stopped, and he looked at me and he said, like, this is where the coaches are. This is where you go if you need a ticket, all of the above. And then he walked on, and he's very German. So the Germans here, like, they're super, super helpful, but they're not super, super like friendly. So he made a point of stopping to tell me the direction. And then I ended up just like trailing along behind him anyway. And as I was thinking this, I was like, God has sent this man into my life as an angel to make my passage through this airport just super, super easy. And I have found the Flixbus stop. And the reason I'm getting a coach appears to be because I was always meant to find this guitar. Like, I booked a coach, a 13-hour coach, when I saw a 17 euro flight, which would have taken an hour and a half on tomorrow. I instead went for the 13-hour bus ride for no other reason than my intuition told me that was the path I should take. And then when I found my guitar, I realized that if I'd booked a flight, I would have had to pay a lot extra to put the guitar in the hold, and it probably would have got damaged, my very brand new guitar, which I will show you guys later. And so it's like all of these little pieces, the fact that I booked a coach instead of a flight, the fact that a man stopped to help me and I could follow him around, the fact that I have money in my account to purchase a guitar right now, like, it's crazy, to the connection that I formed this week, the friends that I've been in touch with, the fact that one of my songs, Joy Over Sorrow, has now been officially produced and it's sitting in my phone And I cried this morning listening to it because I was like, oh my gosh, the inception, the first channel of this song was in 2023. And now in 2025, like, here's the final product, here's the final piece of art sitting in my phone, and I can listen to it through speakers, and it's been beautifully produced. And it's just like the magic, guys, the magic. And it's day 11. It's almost halfway through this challenge. And honestly, at this point, I think we can probably intuit that it's not just a 30-day challenge, even though the 30-day container I will close and share with you guys along the way. But this is my life now. Like, why would I go back to any other way? And I've had so many discussions with people who are like telling me I'm bypassing and that emotions should be allowed and felt. And like, I'm tired of telling people that I am doing that. But I think the higher the frequency you remain at, like, I think my body has purged a lot of those lower densities and vibrations simply because I'm maintaining a high frequency. Like, they're not allowed anymore, like, to enter. So they don't need to pass through. Like, what happens if you just close both ends? Like, unless I consciously choose to process something or channel something, like, why do I need to be at the whim of emotional energies that are in the room that enter me and want to pass through? For what reason? I don't consent. Like, I'm just witnessing the culmination of 5 years of healing in this challenge. And I'm understanding that I am so worthy of joy. I'm so worthy of what I'm experiencing. And because of this, the universe is just gifting me so much magic. And I'm so excited to go home for the next month or so and sit with my brand new guitar and write new songs and allow new frequencies to be channeled through me, new emotions, higher emotions to be transmuted and gifted to the world. Like, it's just, I've gone from not even touching a guitar before, really, to being able to sit in the sun on the last day of my house sit and just play with the strings and learn chords and just have an amazing connection with the spirit of this guitar. Like, but yeah, this week was just too special to try and capture on camera. And I don't know if you can tell from my demeanor, my voice, my tone, everything, even the fact that I'm filming this in public with people walking past and not feeling as self-conscious as I once would, you know, of looking like, I don't know, a crazy person or a wannabe influencer or whatever. 8:42 on the timer when I saw that. Those of you who know. Yeah, I just feel absolute bliss in my body. Like, I feel surrendered. I feel in flow. And of course, this is before a 13-hour bus drive with a guitar between my legs, but still, I'm feeling very, very beautiful, blissful, and I'm just so grateful that you're watching and that I can share this with you, whether it's a future version of me who's witnessing this diary entry, or whether it's a new subscriber who's just discovered the channel. Hi, I'm Joy, by the way. Or whether you're someone who's been with me for a while, watching and subscribed, and liking and commenting and just uplifting me even in silence. Like, I'm just so grateful for you. Like, I'm grateful for this collective. I'm grateful for the community that I understand is forming around me, both physically and soon to be online or spiritually or whatever. Like, I just feel like I've stepped into a new timeline. I was telling my friend today, like, it doesn't feel like I've stepped into a new chapter. It feels like I have literally closed the last chapter on a book and I am beginning to write a brand new one. And that is the point. I am beginning to write a brand new one. The universe has gifted me some blank pages. And yes, the universe divines when things happen in my life, and I'm not in control at all. But I get to write. I get to express what happens. I get to choose which story I tell. You can take one thing, one event, and you can tell the story of that event in so many different ways. You can tell it from a point of view of suffering, of bitterness, of jealousy, of resentment, or you can tell it from a place of wonder, of magic, of joy, of understanding, wisdom, and learning. Like, I get to write this new book of mine. Like, I don't have, you know, there's always, you know, disclaimer, always levels to healing, always things that we can work on. But I'm no longer like being controlled by a shadow self or a 7-year-old who never got loved, or being burdened by my past relationships and allowing them to wound me in my present ones. Like, I'm no longer walking within this story in using like filters and mindsets from my past self, which is what I will call Joanna, my past self. Joy is my current self. Who knows who my future self will be? But it's all such a blessing, and I have come such a long way. And for those of you who know like the ins and outs of the darkness, like, this is a joyful challenge, but I still pay homage and honor to the darkness that I have existed in for a very long time and survived in. May not have thrived, but I have pushed through, I have survived, I've made it through and out, I've transmuted, I've freed myself, and I am here now. Ooh. The universe agrees. Yeah, I'm just gonna continue to sit and wait for my flex boost. I'm super early, so probably got another hour of sitting here, and then 13 hours on the coach, and then when I get to London Victoria, I've got probably another hour and a half till I get back to Wellington. So I can imagine it's going to be quite tough to film day 12, but I will try and do my best. If not, I will put it together with day 13, and then I will make sure to do daily vlogs. Either way, I appreciate you. This has been day 11 of 30 Days of Joy. I now have a brand new guitar, which I hope to be sharing more music with you on this channel. And yeah, wish me luck on my journey. I will see you tomorrow. Mwah. Bitch, I gotta get to